first of many coming at Gallery on Vine. We're here every other week. We have a slam the first week of the month, and then we have an open mic every third Thursday. So we're about to get into a great open mic list. We also have a feature educator in the building, Brian Beecham, sitting in the back, making noise for Brian. All right. So before we get into it, I'm gonna go over some ground rules. If that's cool, can I get a cool? Cool. That sounded a little weak. I said, if that's cool, can I get a cool? Cool. All right, cool. So the way I like to leave these rooms, I always like to say, this is not your mom's house. You can talk back to us. And if anything, it's preferred that you talk back to us, right? And with that being said, there's some call words. There's a bit of engagement that we ask of you guys in the crowd to participate. There's a lot of ebb and flow and energy that moves within these rooms, and we like to keep it going, right? Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go over these key terms with you guys. And then as I say these terms, I want you guys to repeat them back to me. If that's cool, can I get a cool? Cool. All right, cool. So, for any of you who have been here before, you're probably very familiar with these already. But we have a couple twists for the new venue, new space. We gotta shake things up a bit. So, when you get a poet up here, and they said some shit, like, damn, that was a bar, I need to hear that again. Or, maybe you just didn't even hear him quite right. I want you guys to say, rewind. Rewind. Beautiful, beautiful. And we are artists, we are sensitive about our shit. So sometimes you get a poet up here, they might get a little bit choked up. Or maybe they lost their spot on the page. But, this is a safe space, and we want to be very reassuring to these poets, right? So if you see somebody up here that needs a second, maybe a minute, we're going to be patient, right? And in order to reaffirm them, what we're going to say is, take your time. Take your time. Beautiful. Okay, the next one. This one's pretty universal, actually. But you'll get some poets that come up here, and they got something that's hot off the press. I'm talking, they took that pen off the paper as they was walking in. Or maybe it's just something that they've been sitting on, and they haven't put it upon ears or anything like that yet. So we want to celebrate that, because I think it's nice that people wait for our rooms to come up and bring us their new material. So if somebody got some new material, I want y'all to say, new shit. New shit. Yeah, exactly. And then, when we have new people that come up here, you don't have to be a seasoned poet to get on this microphone. This is an open mic, this is a safe space, we respect all levels of expertise here, right? So with that being said, like all virgins, you gotta pop the cherry. This is a tie-bake special, actually. So, when I got a virgin to the mic, there's gonna be a little call and response action. What I'm gonna say is, I got a virgin to the mic. Y'all are gonna say, go ahead, we're gonna practice, okay? I said, I got a virgin to the mic. Go ahead. I got a virgin to the mic. Go ahead. Beautiful. Now we got a newer one. It's called a hush wave. Because we respect the mic here, right? Like I said, it's a safe space. We're reaffirming with these poets up here. And I like to call this a hush wave. I used to do a little Frozone move with it. But I don't know, it kind of threw people off a little bit. So pretty much what a hush wave is that we're getting a little bit rowdy, the drinks are flowing and everything. We're having a good time. We want everybody to have a good time, but we're also going to respect the microphone. So if you hear a DPS member call a hush wave and you hear people start shushing, follow suit. Let's practice. Hush wave. Beautiful. And then last but not least, one of the newest additions actually to WordPlay Thursdays. You got here early and you in this front row. This is the active row right here. The back row is for anybody who just wants to chill out, because the theme for WordPlay Thursday is we give poets their flowers, right? And if any of you have been to the WordPlay Thursday at Japs or Somerset, we would have flowers to give to the poets as they were coming on stage. But actually we went up to Columbus, DPS took a trip up there, and there was a woman who requested people to throw things at her. And I'm like, hold on, what's going on a little bit? And I swear, she was doing her thing, she was cooking, and then people were throwing their glasses and pens and things like that at her. But I'm like, how can we meet in the middle with this, right? So if you see these little buckets of petals in front of you, that's for y'all to give poets their flowers. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all's interpretation. If you can throw it out at a rewind, but essentially if somebody gets up here and they say something, you're like, yeah, they deserve their flowers. I want you to know the petals. Ain't that cute? poets throughout the night. But yeah, make sure we give poets their flowers tonight. And so, I'm actually going to jump straight into the open mic list tonight. I will not be performing. I will be listening tonight. But something that I really wanted to say before we get into the depths and the nitty gritty of it, this is a safe space. The purpose as to why we moved to this location is that way we can have a safe space here. Everybody in this room is loved. Everybody in this room is heard. And we will do everything in our power to make sure that your voices are heard and that they are respected. So with that being said, make sure y'all give these poets the same respect that they're giving you. Is that cool? Cool. All right, y'all. We're about to hop straight into it. Is that what you did? Did I cut my mic off too? We're vibing, that's cool.
That's the music. Yeah. We should be testing.
Is that it? Round of applause for Dave, everybody, man. That's the man. That's the man right there. All right, y'all ready to get into these poets? Yeah. That was weak. Are y'all ready to get into these poets? Yeah. All right, y'all, without further ado, please welcome Dia up to the stage, everybody. Yes,
No, maybe I could do her like some live play listeners on WordPlay. This my sister, like her shit. Like her shit.
Go ahead, poet.
This some new shit.
New shit.
You can smell it.
And some days, post like clarity ain't cutting it. Rewind! And some days, post nut clarity ain't cutting it. Swinging through the web of lies, the world has cultivated to make me believe that make-believe out here searching without a clue. No thinking chair in sight, wondering who made this big mess? Wondering if I can get along without the game, arguing if I care about the bears in the woods, with no handouts or picnic baskets, maybe a shot of tang, willing for some rocket power. Wait, I need a recess on this third rock from the sun. Traversing this city high, not sure if I'm gonna make it or if I'll be saved by the time the bell tolls. I'm about to ghost write a check to the electric company because the light stopped shining bright like a diamond. Anybody know Miss Frizzle's number? I need to catch a magical bootleg. Maybe she can show me how to get to Sesame Street and point out exactly where they got me fucked up. Ain't no mystery in that this machine has me unveiling the truth, that those behind the scene has presented as courage, but in hindsight are cowardly, dog. Shuffling decks trying to run from Boston to Hollywood, resisting the urge to break these yellow bricks down so I can have some green. Falling down a rabbit hole, becoming madder, not even achieving my bare necessities. Digging tunnels, laughing like hyenas, standing prideful on the rock that was built by faith. No love banners hanging over me. Pure electricity sliding through my veins. Static shocking all that touched me. As the world turned, as in the days of my life are bold and beautiful, directed by a guiding light, filled with passions beyond compare, I sit in awe in the space I've been granted to occupy. Jam-packed with individuals that circle my life, keep me grounded. So at least on today, I shall not be moved. But on other days, that's that piece. I got one more this time. Yes. Yes. Thank you. And this one is called Life and Death. My weapon of death changed. It went from the tongue that would issue out verbal lashes to weaken your entire being, to the pen to sprawl out sentences of your demise in the form of elegant characters constructed to illustrate the caricature of your existence. Yeah. My weapon of death changed. It went from the tongue that would issue out verbal lashes to weaken your entire being, to the pen to sprawl out sentences of your demise in the form of elegant characters constructed to illustrate the caricature of your existence. My spoken words are employed to speak life into the masses, uplift the broken, darn the places untouchable to physical manipulation.
Yes.
My written words are not welcoming. They are weapons of mass destruction. An extinction level event waiting to be unleashed. Unhinged juxtapositions of nouns and verbs melded together in a cocoon of my imagination. Frankenstein's monster takes notes on how I come alive. When I descend into my laboratory to create diabolical diatribes to be caged away. Because if I unleashed, they will be unsympathetic, unstoppable,
Yes.
unapologetic, insatiable, swallowing the whole of humanity one syllable at a time. I'm on IG as Super Mommy Go. I'm also on Facebook as the Elixir Fixer because I do crab cocktails. But it's not juice.
Strong start, we love it. Okay, so the next poet that I'm about to bring up to the stage, he's not new to this, he's very true to this, but I've actually never had him on my microphone before, so you already know what we have to do. We gotta pop that cherry. I said I got a virgin to my mic.
Go ahead.
I got a virgin to my mic.
Go ahead.
Please welcome Keith Bob up to the stage, everybody.
It makes you cry. Sorry. I cry all the time.
Take your time.
Cerulean dreams, forged in fire, painted in hope. From times catalysmic falters, the freedom spirits rise, soaring heights, in hope's graves of empties, salvageable promise from heart's deepest chasms, where freedom was choked. A spectral lament through centuries invoke, no mere whispers of light, but truth that must rend. The iron forged night where souls could not bend on Galveston shores, where sorrows were sown. A schismatic ship where heartstrings stretched, forgiveness known. A proclamation, not gentle, but force. As a gale, shattering, exposed, edifice, tearing life's veil. The last human shuttle, the shackles unbound, the quaking earth, a new liberty found. Now a rainbow of promise begins to ascend, each vivid hue, a new strength we portend. Not painted on vapor, but forged in fire of spirits that burn through struggle and mire. Christmas, fertility, raw wounds still throbbing and deep of ancestors' blood. Secrets graves promise to keep, amber, relentless courage that blazed in the stark night, guiding faint footsteps towards glimmering light. Golden, simmering brilliance that minds, now set free, a scriptlet, They sculpt new horizons for all eyes to see. Emerald, indomitable growth that from barren skies, dry, from barren, dry ground, where resilience like ivy profoundly was wound. Cruelly in empathy, vastness where Nubian dreams now fly. Beyond older horizons, beneath an open sky, indigo, where wisdom profoundly ingrained from every hard lesson bravely sustained. Violet, hope's vision, so boldly proclaimed, a future of equity, perfectly named, the chasm spanning, the chasm spanning bridge, built in tears, blood, and might, carves through shadows towards incandescent night, light, through eons of sorrow and galaxies wide, its enduring message will forever preside. I pause through which distant cosmos, a resonant hum, declaring that justice profoundly has come. Each Juneteenth, we gather spirits of lies and chart directions through life's intricate maze. No longer adrift in the turbulent stream, but stirring our vessels, fulfilling the king's dream. For freedom is a harvest perpetually sown, a sacred moment eternally grown, a testament whispered, a merging time in creating space for overcoming darkness with unyielding grace. I wrote so many poems, it's not even fun.
Take your time.
This is called A Waterfall Kisses and Rainbow Promises. When sunlight kisses raindrops in distant air, and vibrant promise painted clear and high, hope's chromatic art dispelling all despair, a glorious rainbow graces heart's wide sky as water plunges from rocky mountain heights. Love's roaring cascade, powerful and free, heart soaring descendant in dazzling foamy white. Love's thundering waterfall for all to see. So love can be both gentle and grand, life's spectrum of bright hues, serene and calm. Or like love, like his love for us, no mortal can withstand. A rushing torrent, shielding us from harm. And these two wonders, different yet divine, heart's glimpse of love's majestic strength can shine.
Where can we find you? You're a published poet, right?
I am a published poet.
Tell them about your work. Where can we find you?
My book is on Amazon. My first book is called Tribulations of True Lovers. It's TWO/TRU, no E, lovers.
Say it in the mic, we can't hear it over here.
So it's called Tribulations of True Lovers.
Yes.
Take the E off of true. The first book is a bunch of emotions, but I speak and rhyme. I don't know, that's just how I write. There's a very few poems that I have that are more narrative and they don't rhyme, but maybe two, not very many. I really do try to speak and rhyme. But I did find Jesus along the way. And he's guided me, he leads the way. And my favorite two poems in the first book is What If and He is Leading the Way. So check it out. It's really, I don't know. I was number 9 with motivational and inspirational poetry.
Okay. Yeah. Well, one more time for Keith Ball, everybody. Hey, we love published poets in here. That was not an easy thing to accomplish this day and age, so we're very proud of you, man. Thank you. Okay, so the next poet that I'm bringing up here, he's been on the microphone before, so I'm going to save the whole cherry popping ceremony. But
Go ahead, please.
okay, you want to go on the cherry? Let's go. Okay, I said I got to bring it to my mic. I got to bring it to my mic. Welcome Alex up to the stage, everybody. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. We will just get right into it. This is a poem entitled Mother. Once I find it.
He's fresh off a 12-hour shift just to come here to read with you.
Have mercy on me.
Go in.
Mother. One of my clearest memories, my mother's eye cast upward, face blanched, the other eye wilting about in fear, jaw churning for air. I had stopped on the way home for hard cider. I wouldn't drink that cider again for several years. I helped my father assist her to the hospital bed in the living room. The day before, she had made the rounds, seen our old neighbors, seen the people who had treated her cancer for 13 years, the ones that were still around anyway. Her family was supposed to come visit the day after. They would not. Some people get one last good day. What happens next is unclear to me. Memory has a funny way of failing, then sharpening again in these moments. She fell asleep at some point. Morphine is a powerful drug. We called the hospice nurse. I had read The Hobbit to my mother through her unconsciousness days before. Her pain was such that she drifted in and out of sleep because of the medication. I don't know if she heard me. I wish I had read to her more, started sooner, finished a chapter at least. She read me the whole book as a child before bed. The hospice nurse came, administered more medication. She said Mom had maybe a week left. Since then, I've heard people have this conversation maybe 1,000 times. On the helping side, it's not so hard. You understand it. This is it. This is where we're born. This is why we met in the first place. This is the best thing for you at this point. When it's the most important person in your life, it's like every cliche you've ever heard about tragedy thundering through your front door all at once. I retreated upstairs to the same sanctuary I had hidden myself away in for the last 13 years, the office where we kept the computer. I swaddled myself in the familiar glow of the internet. What I looked at, I don't know. The nurse called us into the room. A week became an hour in a matter of minutes. I jumped down the stairs. In my mind, I cleared them all in one leap, but I would have died that day, too, if it were true. I ran into the room as she was taking her final breaths. My father was there. He said, I think he said, I love you. I know what I said. I said, I'm sorry! Over and over and over again, until tears smothered my face, until my throat was sore. There was so much to be sorry for. Thank you. Now we're going to a very different place. I hope you'll join me here. This is called Eve. When we consider the first woman, she is entwined with a serpent and holding an apple, perfectly nude. Flesh from bone, dust to dust, woman from man, him and her lust. And what of that lust? Lust for what? Her sin subjective. With Eve do we condemn, redeem, or embrace? Mother of all, first to be damned, liberator, annihilator, prototype, and progenitor, sacred and profane, paradox of life. Speak to the serpent, Eve, take another bite. God is away, even Eden did not survive. You are banished and exiled. Naked and afraid, you walked the earth as you both awoke to life and stared into each other's eyes. Predator, prey, survival, strife. Pain, persistence, purity and its lack. Blood and tears and cum and sweat, they flow through you. Your skin is the temple, the template, the canvas, the portal through which humanity spilled its seed out over the world. Nexus and matrix, bloody bearer of bad news, you are graced with the blame for your own throbbing womb. O Eve, why do we damn you? Inventor of sex, first taster of forbidden fruit. What flushed the chill, what thrill that rushed through you, ensconced in the serpent's coils? Oh, the infinitudes within you, the flesh, the fingers, the rapture of nerves. Private reveries, languages birthed by parted lips and twisting limbs. I hope Adam brought you joy. I hope that he was kind. I hope the pain was worth it. I hope you more than just survived. O fallen woman, arise with pride. I will gild your name, your image I will sanctify. To me you shall always be wisdom and pleasure's noble pursuit, beautifully personified. Expunge the record, embrace the crime. The liberation of Eve shall not be denied. Emancipate yourself from shame, and in your nakedness, make God cry. Thank you. Probably the best place to find me right now is on Instagram. I am Alex Hayden, Hayden, 023 at the moment. I will eventually link Tree up and make a brand. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
That was beautiful, man. In the scrubs, too. Straight off work. Give it a round of applause for Alex, man. That's dedication. That's love. I appreciate you so much. All right, y'all. The next one I'm about to bring up to the stage. If you've been to a WordPlay Thursday before, you already know who I'm talking about. She is not new to this. She is very true to this. Please welcome Miss Nancy Hayes. Miss Hayes, everybody.
On the Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Listen, I'm about to talk some shit and get out of here real quick because I gotta go get my kids from the Juneteenth celebration and get all the kids out. So just check on your people, just in case y'all needed to know. But fuck them kids right now.
Rewind.
With that being said, I've been dubbed by one of the DPS members like the queen of the one-liners. So, I'm gonna give you some poems that got some. Everything good? Y'all good? In my house, real shit. In my house, if that happened and I'm in my room and I hear that, the person that happened to has to say, nothing break, just so everybody else knows that all is well. You know what I mean? So, nothing break. Appreciate y'all. This ain't about sleeping.
Rewind.
This ain't about sleeping. This is about mind-blowing, toe-curling, God calling in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, fucking. Yeah, I put that sentence together like that. You know why I did that? Because we go together like that. This right here is so astronomically spiritual that I want to do it over and over. This right here is so astronomically spiritual that I want to do it over and over and over again.
Come on.
I want it rough and soft. That Proud Mary, Credence, Clearwater, Tina Turner, oxymoronic, salty, sweet, sticky, sweat. Not that love making shit that miss me while you gone shit. I want you to write your name.
Come on.
in.
Come
and out of it repeatedly. I want you to own it, claim it, put your USDA uncategorical, stimulating, death-defying agenda. I want the D. I want the D. The dope D. The capital D. The deluxe apartment. D. I want it so syrupy sweet that pancakes get jealous. I said I want it so syrupy sweet that pancakes get jealous. And when morning breaks bringing a new day's dawn, we will welcome her with moans of sex and open arms. That's that piece. I want to do another one for y'all. That's cool. Can I get a cool? Listen, I'm gonna make you cry with the flowers. I got fired for this poem. It's the very first poem that I did at a WordPlay Thursday. I feel like it's fitting, and it's Nick's one of his favorite. I feel like it's fitting because we're in a new space. Some of y'all have done me one of the aunties, and I take that, I receive that. So I figure I should give you my favorite, Nick's favorite. It's called I Write.
Come on.
And I normally memorize it, but I've been smoking, so, and drinking tequila.
Take your time.
But I've been smoking and drinking tequila, so my memory bank, I'm 45, I'm 40 something. It's 13. My people is free. I masturbate words like 13-year-old boys watching their first porn. I masturbate words like 13-year-old boys watching their first porn.
Come on.
I mentally fuck them till they squirt dictionaries one syllable at a time.
Talk your shit.
I caress vocabulary, dream, and metaphors. I wake wet with similes, and I come hard with cacophony. My nigga. Hey, I'm gonna rewind it from the beginning because my brother walked in.
Come on.
I said I masturbate words like 13-year-old boys watching their first porn. I mentally fuck them till they squirt dictionaries one syllable at a time. I caress vocabulary, dream of metaphors. I wake wet with similes, and I come hard with cacophony of catastrophic chaos. I cheat on verse with rhyme, on noun with time, and I suck every drop of meter, and I let it drop from my pen. That's that piece, y'all. Listen, on Instagram and Cash App. I'm gonna keep saying it until it bless your spirit. Instagram and Cash App at Ms. Lady J. That's MZLADIJAY. Ms. Lady J. I'm Nancy with an I, Mays. I am a published author. My book is called The Atmosphere. I no longer have any physical copies. I sold out. I no longer have any physical copies. I sold out. But if you have a library card, and we are trying to keep our libraries open. If you have a library card, we are trying to keep our libraries open. Please go to the library and get my book. It is called The Atmosphere. both of those poems are in that book. Fuck with it if you will. I am also, and I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta speed daddle. I am also the host.
Talk your shit, bro.
Accolades.
I know you can't do that.
Take out a breath. You gotta breathe through it. Hit it with the fan, man. Appreciate you. All right, Rick James. You see her,
I am also the host of Mo Poetry Presents Hit the Mic Cincy. Our next one is tomorrow at Oasis of Grace on Belmont, that big church on the corner of Belmont, Hamilton. Listen, we got a couple of features tomorrow night. Javier Sanchez from Columbus, our very own DeMontre Lewis is going to be big shit. We honoring men, we honoring black men, we honoring mental health, we honoring dads. Come fuck with me. I think that's it. I love y'all, DPS. Come here before it's back. Come here. Come on, guys. What you doing?
Nancy May, Alright, we're about to keep this thing going. We still got a heavy list ahead of us, so we're gonna make sure that we get all these poets on the mic before the night's over. That's our goal. That's what we're gonna do, okay? So, the next poet I'm about to bring up to the stage, she is true to this. She is also kind of new to this, but not like new, like kind of new, but you can't really tell new. So without further ado, oh my God, hold on, wait. Without further ado, welcome Erin Couch up to the stage.
Yeah, hello. Watch your step over there because this necklace I was wearing just broke and there's fucking plastic beads everywhere.
Oh, well, thank you for the
Yeah, be careful over there. I do better. That actually sucks a lot. Okay, so, yeah, my name is Erin Couch. I've been doing the poetry thing for 4 months. It's fun because I can talk my shit for once. Yeah. So, this poem, this is actually new shit.
New shit?
I wasn't gonna do it, but some people in here heard it when I did it one time a couple months ago. But it's still new. So, yeah, this poem is about a crush I had. It's kind of embarrassing to do, that's why I didn't want to do it, but, alright, here we go. Alright. Sorry, I'm really tall, so this might cut too short. Alright, so the poem is called Digits. Alright. On the way out, you said you wanted my phone number. You drove me home from the function on Monday, and we made it to second base on the couch. You told me you liked me before going under my blouse. Now, you asked me to send my digits. So into your DMs I went, and I did it. 12 hours passed, and you thanked me for opening up to you. 4 days passed, and you apologized, saying you were on a trip with your fellow finance bros. But now a week has gone by, and I have to save face. Because I never get hung up on a man, and now I've officially entered the crush phase. Then I have a sad realization as I'm still waiting for you to shoot me a text from your phone. You actually think I'm a DM hoe. Bro. I don't know what's going on in your 1 month post breakup life. I can only assume there's an arsenal of bitches.
Oh! Rewind! An arsenal of what?
We'll start at bro.
Yeah,
Bro. I don't know what's going on in your 1 month post breakup life. I can only assume there's an arsenal of bitches. But I'm not a side piece.
Okay.
Also wanted what you digits. It's just 10 numerals that separate me from the other girls in your DMs. I'm at least the 5th, 6th, or even 44th. But this is some ironic bullshit, because I know my worth. I'm a good skater, prolific writer, an okay fighter, a badass boss bitch. Over no man will I trip.
Accolades.
Thanks for that. Rewind. Okay. So I'm not. Okay.
Girl, boss bitch.
Yeah, is that where I was at?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what, yeah.
Yeah, we can say that 3 times.
That's what I want to
We can
hear.
say that again. All right, here we go. But I'm not a side piece. All I wanted was your digits. It's just 10 numerals that separate me from the other girls in your DMs. I'm at least a 5th, 6th, or even 44. But this is some ironic bullshit because I know my work. Good skater, prolific writer, an okay fighter, badass boss bitch. Over no man will I trip. Yet here I am, goddamn tripping over your avoidant attachment. Woo. I'm a little stunning up here. All right. You finally sent me a text 1 week after that fateful Monday saying you can't make it to poetry night on Thursday.
Right. You ain't the one.
I say, wanna go bowling? You say sure. But we never did go bowling. Because the next Monday you show up to the function with another chick. You dumbass woman, bitch! But here I am telling the story of your tomfoolery 2 weeks after you said you wanted my digits. But I'll take a step back a couple feet, thinking of this lie I will now repeat. You actually think I'm just another hoe in the DMs.
Yeah.
Funny thing about hoes is, hoes have hoes too. Alright. Thing about hoes is, hoes have hoes too.
Period.
We all got rosters, but this time you were my only crush, and it's downright embarrassing that I was gushing over you so goddamn much! But hey man, you're just a hoe. Alright, all I wanted was your digits, and maybe a date, just one. But you're only a fuckboy, and I'm one of one. Okay, so the other one is, it's Lucky's favorite.
The pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, it's actually not called the pants, it's called Pants Lady.
But it's the lady with the pants.
The lady with the pants, yeah, so it's called Pants Lady, and it's, this poem was inspired by my personal observations about how I'm treated when I'm wearing pants versus skirts. As a woman, you might be able to relate, but we'll get into it. Thank you. All right, I'm not loud. Okay. All right. I'm a lady who wears pants. I do what I want, when I want, however I want, and I get what I want. So when I get dressed, I meticulously pick my daily super suit, skirt or pants. They're different but the same, just something to cover my frame. But my bottoms mean more when I choose in advance, because you don't want to try me when I'm wearing pants.
Okay.
Because I'm the girl at the skate park in baggy canvas thickies, spitting, cussing, smoking, and shredding. The hippie and bell-bottom, speaking of peace and resistance in a patriarchy that will crumble under our kind-loving persistence. Am I loud enough now?
You are.
Okay.
I hear you loud and clear.
All right, good. The hippie and bell-bottoms, blah, blah, blah. Somebody say take your time.
Take your time. Let them know. Yeah.
All right. Because I'm the girl at this skate park in baggy canvas thickies, spitting, cussing, smoking, and shredding. The hippie and bell-bottom, speaking of peace and resistance in a patriarchy that will crumble under our kind, loving persistence. I'm the reporter at your local paper and sorry. I'm the. Thank you. I am the reporter at your local paper in Levi's coffee stain that I forgot to wash. I'm a mom jean missus, a genius in joggers. I'm just a lady who wears pants. With skirts, it's not different, but it is. I still climb mountains, touch my toes, curb stomp, and crash run circles around my foes.
Okay.
But that's figuratively. Literally, these vintage pieces can't contain this 21st century booty. I'm pulling it down. Belly and thighs all at the same time. The male gaze is quite obnoxious. I see you staring and jockeying, hoping to get good black Gucci praying you can get these goodies. But I might give you a ride to my house. We'll see where it goes. But guy, I use these skirt powers for good and evil.
Yeah.
Because by the time I put it back on, you're gonna want to pay my bills.
Yeah.
But please do not try me when I am wearing pants. business. I forced a picture to bow to a sorceress. Your belittling comments I will outwit. The hand you raise my feet will outkick. You only wear sweatpants you don't read, and when I speak, your attention span melts. Fine by me. Because I'm smarter than you and I'm wearing a belt. Gaslight me, sexualize me, I don't care. Because the only thing that's different between us is what's down there.
Yeah.
Androgyny is my piece that keeps the demons at bay. Because I'm just a lady who wears pants. And maybe I like it that way. My name is Erin Couch. So thank you, ma'am. It is indeed. That is spelled ERINCOUCH, couch like a sofa. My Facebook is Erin Couch, as spelled previously, and my Instagram name is Erin Couch Writes. Erin Couch Writes, like you're writing a book.
Words.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
One more time.
Also, I see you in rehearse. You put that phone away. I left my flowers over there, but there you go. Okay, so the next poem I'm about to bring up to the stage, I gotta make this up actually. Because this next poet was actually one of our last feature poets at the WordPlay Thursday at Somerset. He was new to the scene whenever I met this dude, and he has took off running ever since then. So without further ado, please give a warm welcome to Eddie vs. Dre. As he makes his way to the stage.
How y'all doing? Peace, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Sure. Happy Juneteenth. Most importantly, happy Mental Health Month.
Yeah.
Like she said, I just started in January. I came to a January 2nd. I think it was a WordPlay. And I fell in love, so I'm here. I'm rocking. So it's a new one for me. I mean, a lot of everything I do is really new shit.
New shit?
It's really new shit, like real new shit off the press for real. So it's titled Jasmine's the Jungle. Throw me in the jungle, I ain't gonna do nothing but come out that motherfucker with jungle love.
Alright.
I ain't afraid of lions, tigers, or bears, or whatever Jasmine Sullivan was speaking of. And speaking of Jasmine, she has me blocked. Someone tell her I miss her, my heart's been reeking of what ifs and regrets ever since the day she left after I told her I wanted to be her jungler. She said I was too old to entertain them childish games. It was a miscommunication. I don't think she understood, and she didn't give me the chance to explain that although a jungler is associated with the MOBA, his role is to eliminate every demon that's in your lane. So I asked y'all who's really to blame. Is it me for playing or her for thinking it was just a game? In this Planet of the Apes, I'm Tarzan, Rolling Stone. My home is tree to tree, tall, strong, dark skin, hair wild and free. No domesticated life for me, just in the wilderness waiting on Jasmine because she's key. Hopefully I could sow seeds in her garden, and in a little less than a year we can watch as a jasmine plant blossoms and maybe name her Yasmin. We talking oils, you could formulate the finest fragrances from the scent of jasmine because she's a gift from above. I thank Father God and Mother Nature for their indigenous daughter. Jasmine is a jungle that's unexplored. Amazonian princess that hasn't been touched by the outside world. I'm a city kid turned nature boy because I want to explore inner rainforest and make it rain more. It's gonna be hot and humid. tropical warm, continuous daily storms. I think I have a jungle fever for Jasmine for sure. Sometimes you don't get what you deserve in life because you don't even appreciate what you have, and that's usually how a good thing turns bad. Peace. You can find me on Facebook, Ed Reed, EDDRE, appreciate you. EDDREAD, Read as in read a book. Instagram, exercise_Eddie. Peace, blessing.
That was beautiful. Definitely earned his flowers on that for sure. That was dope. Right. And I love when y'all come over and hear shit, man. That shit makes me feel good. It's a beautiful sight to see. It's beautiful to hear too. Like that confidence really exudes. But the next poet I'm about to bring up to the stage is actually one of BPS's very own. And I know that y'all know who this man is. If you've been here, if you've been in the WordPlay Thursday, you know his words are really hitting. So without further ado, welcome Just Dave up to the stage. It's some days.
How y'all doing?
Good.
Happy Juneteenth to everybody. I always want to say thank you when I get up here for these rooms. They're starting to get fuller. We just moved to this space because we needed more space. And it's looking like we're going to need more space. So. But no, thank you guys for your continued support. Like the artists that get up here, we really do appreciate it. So I'm going to do a couple pieces and then I'm going to keep the night going. Is that cool? Can I get it cool? Cool. And some days, all I need is a little breathing room so I can dream freely, further than my lack of sleep will let me. So I stay woke like Gambino told me to. I gotta get out of my head. Dark thoughts like lead poison running down city drains during flood season. I'm limitless too. I see years ahead like a Muhammad prophet struck by Marvel lightning. In a shepherd field, herding artistic sheep out of their gluteus maximus. I was never really that studious. I just saw what needed to be done and got the never done before finish. And then on to the next task. I've masked myself as similar to y'all for far too long. Head stronger than super head sucking lip balls through a kitty straw. This shit don't feel right. It's been me against me this whole time. Fucking silly mirror. Slapboxing your insecurities harder than Ike rage. I gotta cleanse my soul. Biblical sage over the Quran's eating plans, flexing over Buddhist mountain poses. I'm a paradox, just a pose, against soliloquy sang by Cleo Soul over an ocean breeze. I can be soothing too. My poem ballads strike heart chords like piano keys, melodic bass like smooth guitar. I've drummed myself this damn far, only to be interrupted by siren horns. Still I arose, this thorny America we live in. God forgive me for when I sin again, and then shower me in the 91st Psalm. I'm only human, but some days, it's hard to tell the difference from when I'm reading these songs and writing these poems. The Quran is confusing, said the amused Palestinian soldier with a smirk on his face as he emptied his last clip on the Gaza Strip. Drums are sounding like bongo, barricades bouncing off the brass materials like the gold medals God gifted us in Congo. See, if my mouth open, I'm gonna talk about it. My heart open, I start writing these poems, then I start feeling my own shit so much, I start singing these songs. Little black submarines, operator, please put me back on the line. Told my girl I'll be back, operator, please. This is wrecking my mind. Oh, can it be The voices calling me, they get lost in and out of time. Speaking of the divinity in time, I can't tell if mine is just starting or running out. It's like I'm stuck on yellow or the center of a circle or that unknown place that Stefan get lost in every time he transforming back into Urkel. I was never really that normal. I got a gorilla chest on a baby fox eating ox, listening to ox tell me stories about his grandmother teaching him how to cook oxtail. I got information from everywhere.
I'm sorry. You gotta say that again. Talk your shit.
Take your time, Dave.
It's like I'm stuck on yellow or the center of a circle or that unknown place that Stefan get lost in every time he transforming back into Urkel. I was never really that normal. I got a gorilla chest on a baby fox eating ox, listening to ox tell me stories about his grandmother teaching him how to cook oxtail. I get information from everywhere. My mind's spinning and thoughts start pinging like satellite cell towers. That's why they say too much information at once causes overload. But you just witnessed the bipolar explosion of some poetic dopamine that serves music fiends at the same time. I breathe rhymes, I sing songs, I read songs, and goddammit, I be writing these poems. So this next piece I'm gonna do, it's not all the way new. I'm doing the whole thing for the first time.
New shit.
We got a real vibey room. I like just the ambiance. So I was like, well, let me do a love poem after doing all that yelling.
Yeah.
Anybody here ever remember the first time you felt like that? Like shit, I like her. Or him, whatever the situation is.
Every day.
So this poem sort of details that moment, and then it lets the imagination does the rest. Yeah, roll away for a second. After spending the
Rewind.
Y'all got me on my own end some days. After spending the day with you yesterday, I went time traveling for a bit. I kept seeing you in my tomorrows, daydreaming while I'm asleep. I must have met you in my think deep matrix zone. You was designed as a 4D shadow clone playing 2-3 zone, trying to protect your diamond bucks from these simple fucks.
Hey.
I feel you, man. You gotta lead with beautiful so you can penetrate his cuticles and scratch higher truth into his scalp.
Yeah.
I see you, man, and I adore it. Open doors for it, stand on the right side of the wrong highways for it, so your skyways are always blue. It's true. Love is for suckers. I guess I'm a Samuel L. stupid motherfucker. Lost in today, sharing eye blinks over telepathy, using cats as messenger, spiritual frisbee on a Saturday afternoon. I water, she bloom like spring tulip. I couldn't wait to see June with you. Summer July, Mrs. Leo Lioness hot. I'm Mr. Virgo, fresh as a new moon. After spending the day with you yesterday, I went time traveling for a bit. I kept seeing you in my tomorrows. She's like the last thought before a bad habit, inspiring bad habits. I never thought I'd fall this hard, or land this soft. Her crave presence so bad as absence incites sadness, madness with no explanations, no whys, no reasons, no answers, no tryings. I'm just me and some me, watching you be you, and then we being us. So ignoring all that silly stuff makes this thrust that much more worth it. Fuck. This shit's perfect. That moan, perfect. I can hear her cat yelling. Her. Now I feel her ocean surface, quenching her dry thighs thirst. You see what a little flirting get you? You see what a text response get you? You brought soft, so I gave safe back. what a text response gets you?
Come on.
You brought soft,
Uh-huh.
so I gave safe back.
Come on.
After spending the day with you yesterday, I went time traveling for a bit. I was happy to see you in my tomorrow. That's that piece. If you want to follow me or anything that I'm involved in, I go by the name of Just Dave, J-U-S-T, Dave, and the number 3. That'll put you on my page at any events I'm involved with. I do curate some other events around the city, but you follow me on Instagram, Just Dave 3, and then you can catch me from there. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Alright, y'all. So I got a couple more poets, and then we're gonna bring up our feature for the night. But the next poet that I'm about to bring up, we already had one member of DPS, so it's only right we bring the other present member of DPS up to the stage. So Captain Nick Fury, make some noise.
What up, y'all?
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling? I gotta say, I'm always nervous whenever we move to a new space because anxiety's a motherfucker. And despite how every time we've moved, y'all follow us, I'm so proud to have a full room on our very first WordPlay Thursday here. So thank you guys. And this month, there's so much going on. And I don't want to ramble too much because I'm going to get right to the poetry, but just happy Juneteenth, happy Pride Month, happy Mental Health Month. We need a country that's coming together more than ever. And places like this are one of the purest forms of community in this country. And so the fact that we get to be a part of creating it is amazing every time. So thank you. New shit.
New shit. You can smell it.
It's called Writer's Block. I'm trying to fight it off. This case of writer's block the size of a giant rock. I try and scoff, sit at my desk, light a top, like I'm not, mentally exhausted. Start chiseling away like this cold world hasn't left my fingers frostbit. Left with frayed nerves and emotionally toxic, at least those are the optics, but what are my options? What's even left for me to write about? The older I get, the shorter my list of what I want to fight about. You don't like me? Good. You think you know me? You don't. You want to see me fail? Join the club. I've got my ride or dies, lifting all boats like rising tides, meeting the day with rise and shine. It's just not in the itinerary that I can find to find the time to spare you even a thought.
Rewind. Yeah, tell me again.
Try not to rewind.
Go ahead.
It's that new shit.
I've got my ride or dies, lifting all boats like rising tide, meeting the day with rise and shine. It's just not in the itinerary that I can find to find the time to spare you even a thought. So what's left for me to write about? There's so few things I get hyped about. John Kell, my mentor, would tell me to find the story, then write it out. The poetry can come later. But what's the story left to tell? Maybe I could franchise Gladiator and make a bunch of sequels, like Gladiators in Space starring Vin Diesel, from low-level pit fighter to man of the people, no man can stand to his equal, he is Maximus Furious. Would you still be entertained? Would I be in your mentions if I quit doing little lyrical bits, capitulating by being overly illiterate by literary standards? Would you stand for it? I might not like the answer, forget I mentioned it. There's a sense I get I'm more insensitive to senseless twits, sent to get inventive with ways to get under my skin.
Come on, man.
I'm showing my age. When did I go from being the pen to the page? Is that how the pendulum sways, going from spilling ink like blood, bars turned into a cage, scars from getting betrayed, holding on to infinite rage, thinking you're hard? I've been into that phase. My sentences innately sound like a sentence in May, turning consecutive like sentences into stories of redemption and faith. But who hasn't heard that story before? So stop me if you've heard this one. I play the role of the sole survivor. Meandering wastelander, old and tired, trying to crawl out to the fallout, searching what my soul requires, playing ink spots while watching as the world set on fire. What's all that's left is the ashes. So what's left for me to write about?
Oh, that's our first mic removal.
I always like to show people the progression of where a poem can start and where it can end. And for some of my poet friends who are scared of getting to their performance and learning the nuance of a piece because they don't want to do it too much, how many people have ever seen me perform in this room before?
Like in this room?
Shut up. How many of you have never seen me perform before ever? Make some noise. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time, and there's still people who have never seen me perform, and I swear I have poet friends that are like, they know my shit already. I'm like, they don't. So I'm going to do something that I don't normally do, not Gladiator. But this is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and this is my poem about my own mental health. I'm a chameleon. In fact, you might think I was gaming the way I can change skins, but I quit playing a fortnight ago. Hey. The older I get, the harder it is for me to make friends when so many I had in the playpen grew into cobblepots, or for you laymen, that's a reference to how the Penguin was once Bruce Wayne's friend, but he eventually grew up to hate him. See, what I'm saying is I'm like Batman. Hey. In that most people who have seen me have never seen me with my mask off. See, I wore a mask before COVID, and I haven't stopped to this day. It's not for stopping the sneeze, monkeypox, or the plague. I'm the man in the iron mask trying to pick a lock on this cage, trying to process this rage with more onomatopoeia than a comic book page. Nails, bloody, dripping drops convert these random blots to coherent thoughts on a page, so I can do this mock of a play with a 3-minute clock, but no props, but I still feed off the props I get after rocking the stage. I have to remind myself to soak in the applause and the praise, because if only for a moment I get to pick the lock in this cage. So you could say my origin story is a hellacious war full of glory with all the gory details redacted. The fact is that one man's vulnerability is another man's ammo. So would you rather be the buck or the one in the camo? I remember growing up, my father used to tell me, boy, you need to toughen up. So now I play coy and I keep it buttoned up whenever my boys like Just Dave ask me what is up. I just say not much. Even though anxiety's got my heart beating so fast, you think I was jumping double touch. Still, I'm gonna run it back, even though I break every time we huddle up. See, I often feel fake in group conversations, probably because I'm thinking so much I have to remind myself to breathe. Coincidentally, ADHD, social anxiety, and addiction go together better than peanut butter and jam. So I get southern fried without ever buttering pans. I'm sober in a social setting, I stutter and clam up, muttering, damn bro, my stomach feels like a fluttering fan. It's It's quintessential. I find the quiet corner to quell your questioning eyes. Coincidentally, I've already calculated every quandary, and I quickly dress in disguise. See, I reprise the role of the quiet, shy guy. I tried bright-eyed and tie-dyed, likewise mysterious and brooding, choosing these personas like outfits. I'll fit in anywhere, comfortably, except my own skin. Check. I am Nick Fury the Poet. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Nick Fury the Poet. And you can find me here at WordPlay Thursday and at Bring the Noise Poetry Slam every 1st and 3rd. So thank y'all.
Thank you for that, Nick. Thank you for that, Nick. We appreciate that vulnerability. It's not easy doing this shit. You know, it's something different to get up here and speak some of the deepest, darkest parts of your heart to strangers, man. Like, it's a lot of vulnerability and it's a lot of strength that really goes into that. So anybody who gets up here, whether you're reading off a phone, whether you giving full-fledged performances the way that Nick just gave you, like, that's a feat. That's a real feat, man. Another round of applause for Nick. Okay. I got one more poet before we get to the features for the night, and then after the feature, we're gonna finish with the rest of the open mic list. If that's cool, can I get a cool? Cool. All right. So the next poet I'm about to bring up to the stage, not new to this, very true to this, but also with that being said, when we were at WordPlay Thursday at Somerset, she would come up and she would open the night with her podcast, Overseas Dream Radio. So without further ado, please welcome Melody up to the stage, everybody.
I don't give myself enough flowers, so. Stop depending on folks to give me flowers and give myself.
Come on, yeah.
Rewind.
Right.
I don't remember what I said. Alright, so both of these are new shit.
New shit!
And I want to shout out Nancy's sister. I don't know if she's still here. Damn. Because she mentioned both of the poems I'm about to do. So, yeah. I've been on a cartoon kick, so both of these are about to hopefully take you back to your childhood. I don't know. Will Smith said, if you can't beat the fear, just do it scared.
Come on.
It's funny how courage and cowardice can coexist. I be just a pup surrounded by big dogs, but you can call me courage. My hue is purple like royalty. I royally freeze in position whenever the mission seems daunting. Past spirit is haunting me, but unlike Casper, this ghost ain't friendly. Never abandoned, but I abandoned my dreams like a deadbeat, only to creep back later for graduation so I can say I played my part. My vision was success, but fear of failure be the cataracts, looking straight ahead in a rearview mirror, unable to see the bigger picture in this pickup truck trying to pick up luck, but ended up stuck in a rut of bitterness because fate be dead without the work to back it. I tell people I refuse to let fear stop me, but still pause like a yield sign, proceed with caution, aka now, because I didn't have enough murals in my life telling me to just go for it.
Come on!
My mother told me that the worst they can do is say no, and somehow that scared me more than the boogeyman himself. Cats wearing masks only scared themselves because Eustace's true nature was more cowardly than the dog he made fun of.
Come on.
Fast forward several seasons and the reason became clear. Comfort zones create complacency with a lack of desire to drive to the destination ahead, while fear fractures the foundation of faith. So pass the Scooby snacks, cause this dog got more cojones than this cowardly cat.
Yeah!
I knew it was coming. I knew it. So pass the Scooby snacks, cause this dog got more cojones than these cowardly cats. I use bravery to break barriers, conjuring courage, cause that's my name. Defining my destiny despite the stress, because I make the rules to my own game.
Come on.
So even when times get scary, I bury the fear that creeps up, taking a leap of faith, knowing that I land on my feet. Because if I gotta do it scared, at least I'm doing it.
Come on.
Courage, melody, it's time y'all meet.
Yeah.
Alright, so this one's a little bit more fun. This is new shit as well.
New shit.
I appreciate you, Tay. If I were Yogi Bear, I'd be smarter than the average. No 1 + 1 = 2. I'm talking multiplication and exponents, because I be exponentially more intelligent than any other bear you can name. I created this game. Even before my rise to fame, I was crashing picnics left and right, smashing sandwiches like a rainforest samurai. This park be my playground, my sandbox, my GTA. I be the main character, y'all just NPCs, so successful every other animal envies me.
Rewind.
This park be my playground, my sandbox, my GTA. I be the main character, y'all just NPCs, so successful the other animals envy me. Still, I wonder why I act this way. Why my inclination for picnic baskets be my downfall. Desperate for dessert, but decline like it's destiny. Like the universe is testing me. But I won't let it get the best of me, because if I were Yogi Bear, I'd be stealthy like Splinter Cell. More incognito than Pink Panther, I answer when food calls like an emergency hotline. My tactics be unrivaled like El Chapo underground, even Huckleberry Hound couldn't sniff this magnificence. I'm diligent, more determined than the ranger with no threat of danger, because you're of no interest to me. But that Chipotle chicken might go missing if you get caught slipping around these parts. Cause I savor steak and salad like sweet tarts, take a nap to restart. Hibernation is your best bet to keep food away from me. But please believe, when I wake up, my stomach wakes up too. Cause I need more than bare necessities like Mowgli and Baloo. I need that sweet and spicy shrimp with sweet tea, no ice, then cheesecake for dessert. Even coffee with ice. And you can go on about your day, no harm, no foul. Well, I did take your food, but you already know how I get down. But why do I live like this? Like food is my addiction. Like I got nothing better to do than eat a delicious treat. Maybe Hanna-Barbera can tell me why. Cause they made me like this and I'm just trying to get by. While Boo-Boo over here trying to tell me what I don't want to hear, out of wisdom or out of fear, but I continue to persevere because quitters never win and winners never quit. I know life ain't easy, but I'm tired of this shit. Woo! Maybe I need some therapy to reconcile these emotions, or a dose of hypnosis to reverse the urge, because I'm on the verge of losing it. These personal pan pizzas be the Pied Piper of food, yet my inability to eat it puts me in a bad mood. Because if this is my destiny and life has no recipe, then what is my legacy on this earth? Why am I intelligent, caring and benevolent, relevant enough to be a star, but not enough to have a slice of the same pie that enters my domain? This is insane and inhumane. I just want to be treated as equal. We ain't gotta be the same. I appreciate you. Maybe I'll ditch the hat and tie and go naked like bears do. Because even though I'm a star, I am a bear too. And Hanna-Barbera can kiss my bare glutes. I'm busting out of this joint because y'all don't share food. I'm aware of my rights and I got the right to eat. Whether it's baby back ribs or a taste of something sweet. Because if I were Yogi Bear, I'm setting my own table. No more begging for a seat. Maybe I'll get some therapy to see what's wrong with me. Or maybe I'm fine just the way I am. Just a bear on a mission, wishing for more than just a chance to go fishing. I got vision. So forgive me for being a connoisseur of fine foods. I am what I am. Maybe the problem is you.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again one more time.
Come on. Yes. Yes.
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Threads, Facebook, all of that at Overseas Dreams Radio. I am also a published poet. Amazon, Lulu, Barnes & Noble. I have one on me. It's called The Mind and the Pen. Fuck with it, because it's dope. Or at least I think it is. Y'all be blessed.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, it's about that time we get into our feature for the night. Just a quick little preface before I bring somebody up here. I actually met this poet at our last WordPlay Thursday over at Somerset. Like most poets, when I first meet him, I'm still relatively new to the scene myself. Honestly, I've only been doing this for about 2.5 years. And when I stepped into this room and I brought him up to the stage, I didn't know nothing about this man. I asked him if he was new to this. He was not new to this at all. I was taken away actually because he got up there and not only was he just so eloquent with his verbiage, but his message and his movement and everything that he was speaking about just resonated so well, and it just had such purpose behind it. He is a former educator and a slam poet. Without further ado, please welcome Brian Beecham up to the stage. This is the tallest to go. I'm just letting you know right now. That's all I got.
You know I don't need
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing.
So what I wish? That's an interesting question. I wish for a lot of things. I wish I wasn't clumsy enough to trip over my own 2 feet every day. But I've been doing that my entire life. I suppose why I keep tripping up and making the same mistakes, like falling in love with girls either too scared or hurt to ever love me back. I wish I could have a relationship end without having to hear the words, "You're too good for me." Like that makes me feel better about this situation. It doesn't. Only reminds me. A long night like that, y'all. I wish I wasn't clumsy enough to trip over my own 2 feet every day. But I've been doing that my entire life. I suppose why I keep tripping up and making the same mistakes, like falling in love with girls either too scared or hurt to ever love me back. I wish I could have a relationship end without having to hear the words, "You're too good for me." Like that makes me feel better about this situation. It doesn't. Only reminds me of the day when I realized my basketball talent could never equal my love for the game. See, that day, I wish so hard my abilities could match my passion, but see, all of that pales in comparison to my biggest wish of all. What I wish more than anything is I could have one more Sunday with my grandma. I wish I could wake up on my grandmother's couch with the smell of bacon and eggs, knowing I'm about to be dragged to Sunday school, even though I don't really want to. You know, I wish I could hear my grandmother's voice whisper in my ears. I slowly start to fall asleep on her shoulder. "If you don't sit up straight in this church, I'll knock you in the next week." You see, those words, after going so long without hearing your voice, would sound like, "I love you. Grandma, I know you told me don't ever actually dwell on the past, but it's been way too long since I've hugged you." You don't know how many times I've been caught staring at the picture of you on my wall. You don't know how many times I have dialed your number wishing I could call it 804-732-0101. That's permanently inscribed in my memory. You know, it's funny, the reason I'm probably even up here, because I'm hearing I got myself in trouble in school yet again. You gave me my very first diary. You told me every day, just write down how you feel. I was young then, but I quickly became addicted to rhyming words like they were pain pills. Grandma, thank you. I don't know how you had the intuition of knowing that this is what I was born to do, but thank you. So God, me and you need to have a conversation. I have a prayer. I want to change my wish. I wish my grandmother, Sharon Beecham, could hear me perform just one time. I want you to let her take off her halo for a couple of hours, let her sit in this audience and hear me live. And I would, in the best way I know how, describe the impact she had on my young mind. I would use sentences and words that rhyme to tell her she has an occupied spot in my heart forever. And at all times, I would use similes and metaphors to paint the most vivid picture that will make even Van Gogh jealous, just to describe everything she missed in my life. I would use this stage and spotlight, highlight every accomplishment you had in your own life. And for the last 15 minutes of the show, Grandma, you get the mic. And I'll let you teach all the grandkids you never had the opportunity to meet the most important lessons you taught me. That's when it feels like all your friends have abandoned you. Your world is crumbling around you, and the cross you carry seems too massive and heavy. You put your faith in God. Stay close to family. That's why every time I find myself in trouble, I can't help but remember your Sunday school lessons. That's why every time the family gathers for a special occasion, I can't help but see your face at the dinner table. Grandma, thank you. Grandma, thank you. Grandma, thank you. Grandma, thank you. I know it sounds so redundant. I'm just hoping one of these pierces the pearly gates, that it gets past the clouds, that it reaches your ears. Grandma, thank you. For putting a pen in my hand, for showing me who I was meant to be. Grandma, thank you. For showing me my destiny. WordPlay Thursday, how y'all feeling? Appreciate it. Man, I'm not gonna be up here long. I don't like to do a lot of talking. Like I said, y'all came here to hear poetry. My mentor told me one thing when I started doing features. I haven't done a lot, but I've done enough. But he told me two things when you start doing features. He said, when you walk up the stage, The people should feel entertained. They should feel like they know you. Like, that's how I always approach every feature down there. So I'm gonna be doing these poems back. Hopefully, like I said, I pride myself on being a storyteller, so hopefully y'all can learn a little bit about me. I'm gonna do some new shit while I'm up here, so see if that entertains you for a little bit. We're gonna kind of go from there. Say word? Word. This is how all the best poems start off, by the way. My ex said, my ex said, I write poems the same way that I fall in love. That I do both with trepidation. As if I'm only ever willing to show the parts of me that I deem worthy. And well, she was right. I have a hard time giving all of myself to anything or anyone. You ask 10 of my friends their opinions of me, you probably get around, I don't know, 20 different answers. She wanted to know why I couldn't give all of myself to her, but I didn't have an answer. How do you tell a woman you love that she might have fell in love with a mirage? That you can't give her your heart because honestly, you don't even know what you're handing. Understand, I've spent much of my life trying to contort myself into what everyone needs me to be. My family needs me to be the oldest grandchild, the role model, protect the name they sworn to cherish. My friends need me to be calm and stable, level-headed, a voice of reason, because really, what good is another emotional-ass poet in a room full of emotional-ass poets? My students need me to be calm, caring, always giving. And my exes always need me to be more than what I can provide. What I mean is, they want me to be their everything. Not realizing most days I get out of bed not being enough for myself. I was 26 when I realized my depression is nothing more than a boxer who's a great jab artist. Not powerful enough to throw a knockout, but always hitting me with the same 1-2 combos of doubts and fears that have tormented me since childhood. But I almost wish for those days again. Back when my self-esteem was built on this whole idea of not fitting in. Now, it comes from the realization that I'm the buoy holding everyone afloat, but wondering why nobody cares that I'm the one on the bottom drowning. So there are days I wake up and my first steps, they sink. I've gone to bed gasping. I dream of the day I finally ask everyone, what do you need? And they respond, for you to get better. But do you know how exhausting it is to get better when everyone just expects you to be better? Do you know how tired you will feel waking up with the expectations of so many on your back? Do you know how insane you can sound trying to piece together your own identity after you've given away all the puzzle pieces you know? I just want the people I love to know. Rocks will weather away. Foundations are not always stable. And so often I am a man-made disaster away from crumbling. And that's why it didn't work out between us. I couldn't be the atlas holding up your world without destroying mine in the process. And I am so sorry.
Come on.
But I hope that this is the first step in me learning to love myself correctly. Say word. Word. All right, so I'm gonna do this poem that I'm probably gonna retire it soon, but it's like new too, so it's like really crazy. It's new-ish shit, not brand new, but it's new-ish shit, but like, I love the poem, I hope y'all love it too, but it's like, the performance of it is it's a little weird for me. Like, it's a concept I've had in my head for years. I've been working on it. There's a couple people in here who know what Soul Pride is. Soul Pride is the biggest national poetry competition in the country at this point in time. So my very first Southern Pride was 2015. That was my first time going, competing, seeing the best poets in the country go at it. And I've been working on this poem since then. So, yeah, I love the poem itself, but the performance of it is a little weird, so I'm gonna try something new with it tonight. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, anyway. So I remember this day from my childhood that felt like summer. The kind of day that smells like iron and sugar and the sky forgets how to move. My mama told me to tie my ribbons tight so it wouldn't hang, you know. Told me to keep my knees clean. Said this was a family day. You know the kind us white Southerners don't miss. The kind granddaddy brought his boys to, and his daddy did too, so we placed our blankets under the leaning tree.
You know the one in all the pictures, the one with bark like burnt hands and limbs so low and thick they hold up history. Now some people have carved their name in it, but we don't need to. The tree already knows who we are. There were pies, y'all, lined up like prizes. Lemon, chess, and pecan, and the men smoked. They spat. They laughed out loud like thunder without the storm. The sheriff said, "This is a good turnout." The preacher said, "Amen." And we played in the tall grass, slapping at any bug that would dare to climb. And then Tommy yelled, "Duck, duck, goose." So we dropped in a circle, like coins in a collection plate. Duck, duck, duck. The word moved like a hymn. Reverent, practiced, passed down like a story with only one ending, and then goose. Malcolm took off. I remember his face being alight with pretend fear, and we all laughed. Even the grown folks turned their heads and smiled. Then came my father's sharp whistle, a sacred sound that means it's time. So we gathered by the tree. The boy was already there, still, tethered, brown skin, pulled tight over bone, its eyes searching the crowd for someone who didn't belong, but we all belong here. Mama smoothed her dress. She told me to hush. Said it's not polite to fidget when Americans are being reminded of who they are. The preacher spoke, brief and bright like a match to flame when the crate was kicked. The boy began to swing. This slow arc, like a cradle that was rocked by the wind or a porch swing that was left unheld, and we all cheered. Mama Jean passed her lemonade. My father leaned down and said, "Son, that is how justice keeps its rhythm." And when the sun set, I watched the rope swing like it was still trying to keep the beat. I asked my mama, could we play again? She laughed. Said, "You always want to play the same game at every picnic. Duck, 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 noose." Word. I don't be knowing what I'm doing until I really get up here. I kind of feel the energy for the burnout. So, y'all good? Yeah. Everybody got real quiet. I didn't know if I ruined the mood or not. Sure? Alright, so the first memory of my father was a gargoyle sitting in the front seat. My girlfriend knows every poem. It's crazy.
Very, yeah.
The first memory of my father was the gargoyle sitting in the front seat of my mom's car. Picking me up from school after doing something stupid like a lot of 5-year-olds do, my father proceeded to give me the whooping of a lifetime. I ain't talking about no spanking. I'm talking about an ass whooping. One of those pick your switch type whoopings. One of those James the Father from Good Times type whoopings. You know, that whooping in your childhood that rewired your whole brain to associate pain with stupidity. That one. Now my dad says I'm exaggerating. But when a 6'4", 200-pound man claiming to be your father decides the proper breeding is to make sure you fear the day that he comes back, it tends to leave an impression. To this day, my father doesn't understand why he's the only man that I kind of feel. Why I still brace the impact every time he died. Why I almost square up every time he comes in for a hug. Between the ages of 5 and 13, the proper greeting was always a right jab to the chest that was always meant in jest with me. Your father's a gargoyle. Those hands are seismic. They crack the foundation of any relationship that is not stable. I was 18 the first time I lived with my father. We now look each other eye to eye, and I'm no longer scared, but I'm always conscious of the beast that lies dormant. You know, it only takes 5 months for the facade of our relationship to give way. After 5 therapy sessions, my father proceeds to badger. Wants me to answer the questions he probably should have been around to ask me about 10 years ago. Wants to know why we aren't close. Wants to know why we don't talk. Wants to know why do my uncles get more love and respect than he does. Wants to know why do I call my mother every time I have a problem in his house. Like anything put under too much pressure, I snap. I say the words that forever fracture our fragile relationship. I say, I don't really know you.
Man, come on.
The look on his face is priceless. Do you have any idea how powerful it is to yell at a mountain and it moves? How amazing it is to punch an immovable object and see it shatter. I held on to that moment for so long. Not happy, but content that I had stared down the beast and did not flinch. Years later, my mother tells me that day I stabbed my father in the heart. And I thought to myself, was that my way of checking if he had it? Or was that my poor attempt at masonry? Me trying to chisel the gargoyle into something that wouldn't scare me. What I should have said was, I only know the beast. I've never met the man. And there is nothing more frightening than an unknown animal left outside his cage. Work. New shit.
New shit.
You can smell it.
No, it's funny, man. Like I said, so yeah, like I said, I haven't talked enough now. I feel like I just been doing bones now. But now I'm like I said, I am definitely new to this area. I moved out here last year. In September of last year, I became a full-time college basketball coach at WordPlay University, which has been my dream since I was 5 years old. But with that, before I became a full-time coach, I was an educator. I was a high school history teacher. I've been coaching basketball, teaching since I graduated from college. And accolades. Somewhat, I guess. Thank you. I'm in debt, thank you. But with that being said, like I said, with today being Juneteenth, like I said, I've always taken a very historical view from a lot of my poems, and like I said, obviously as a historian, I kind of bring a lot of those aspects into it. So this next poem is kind of, once again, it's a concept I've had in my head for years. Hopefully y'all kind of get the concept. Stay with me on that a little bit though. It's going to be very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, patriots and profiteers, history buffs, hunters of hurts, welcome. Tonight for you at WordPlay Thursdays, we have for you a collection of treasures. Not gold or diamonds, but relics of the Republic. The first item is, well, a 20. But this is no ordinary bill. It's a counterfeit. It's not enough to buy a man a meal, but it's just enough to cost him his breath. George Floyd carried this in his pocket like faith. Had it folded against his chest when it became the drumbeat for a movement. Let's get the bidding started at $1,000. I think that's a bargain for a bill that's soaked in silence, surrounded by knees, going once, twice, sold. Now, the next item is a cell phone, but it's the last witness. A mirror with a memory. Sandra Bland's film Fear. Don't you want to own that moment? You can almost hear the seatbelt click. You can almost smell that smog of what did I do wrong. Let's say $2,000 for a black woman's gaze that was too steady for America to stomach. Going once, twice, sold. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The crown jewel. The conversation starter. The headline maker. One, Kel-Tec PF9 semi-automatic, fully American. This gun doesn't shoot, it decides. It ended a neighborhood dispute before the boy could even say, I live here. It comes preloaded with a fear of black skin and stand your ground. Comes fully endorsed by a hung jury. Skittles are not included, but you can smell the Arizona tea if you breathe in. Slow, the hoodie was lost evidence. The boy was lost everything. Let's see 10,000. Do I hear 12, 13, 14, 15? This is gonna move fast, people. A young buck's life is a rare find. Price beyond the imagination. Do I hear 40, 50, 60 going once, 75 going twice, 80,000.
is a small price to pay for collective amnesia, don't y'all think? 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, $150,000, don't y'all love how the auction block always keeps up with inflation? 170, 180, 190, $200,000. This isn't a sale, people. This is a bidding war for denial. A fight for how much grief we're willing to stomach. 210, 220, 230, 240, $250,000 sold to the gentleman in the red hat. A fine addition to your collection of American miracles, display it proudly. The gun that turned a boy into a hashtag, put it on your mantle. Between the Confederate keepsakes and your back the blue bumper sticker, it comes with the original casings, the original headlines. That sweet aroma of he shouldn't have even been here. It comes with no fingerprints and no guilt, just the clean hum of American justice doing what it has always done. The final item today, ladies and gentlemen, it comes from Tulsa's silent fire auction. A scorched shop sign from Black Wall Street. No museum and no plaque. Only what we could find left buried underneath the ash. Let's get the bidding started at, well, the original owners won't be needing it, $500. Oh, don't all get quiet. Isn't this the best kind of history? Burned down, boxed up, fun to peek at, but not remember. Thank y'all so much, man. No, like I said, you can find me, honestly, type my name in, Brian Beecher.
Period.
I'm the, like, look, if they ever come looking for me, I'm the only one they're gonna find.